Internet. This is Spence. It has been quite a bit since I last put up any kind of a testosterone transitioning update. I just felt inspired to share an observation that's been amusing me recently, um, that I'm calling the the myth or illusion of muscle meritocracy, because I recently, after about 2 years off and on of microdosing testosterone with the gel, I switched to an injection practice, and upped to a full therapeutic dose. And I would have thought that with microdosing that, I was, for 2 years that I was probably getting all the things just a little slower. But no, with the full dose of testosterone, one of the things that has struck me is how readily my muscles want to grow, which is very amusing for me as someone who never had the ability to easily put on muscle mass, whether I was trying really hard or not. And so it kind of made me realize that somehow over the course of my life I had internalized this idea of like a muscle meritocracy, that muscles come from hard work, and that the bigger the muscles, the like more the harder of a worker the person was, the to show that they had earned those muscles. um and so, yeah, but now with all the testosterone on board, it's like that's just not true. When you've got a body full of testosterone, the muscles, they just want to grow in the way that dandelions just want to grow, right? And like, yes, some people are putting in a lot of time and effort and resources to cultivate an enormous crop of dandelions. And that's wonderful. Everyone should get to enjoy a special interest. And for the rest of us, though, it's just like the dandelions just kind of grow. If, conditions are right, they just want to grow, whether you're encouraging them or actively discouraging them. It's just what they do. And so, yeah, it kind of shed some light on that I was, perhaps due to my socialization earlier, previously in life, I was just so ready to believe that, oh, I wasn't, I must not have muscles because I wasn't trying very hard. I just wasn't a hard worker, and that's why my muscles were small, and that I was so willing to look at, cisgender men and boys and, their muscles, and to believe that, like, oh, they must just be strong because they're just like working so hard and they're doing so much and lifting heavy things all the time. And it's just funny because it's just one more sort of little ego death for the pile that, as hormonally transitioning has been sort of just a basket full of ego deaths. This is just one more sort of belief that has been surfaced in me to observe and be like, oh, that not only is that not an essential part of me, but it was an illusion the whole time, and it's time to get rid of it. Thank you and goodbye. So it's just funny. And now I'm like looking at cisgender women in the world with their muscles and being like, damn, if you had a body full of testosterone, you would be enormous. Because the amount of like efforting. I mean, this is the biggest my muscles have been, like arm muscles have been in my life, which is, is what it is. But I mean, and this is just me on like a few chaturangas a week. I'm doing like a couple days of mild to moderate yoga a week right now. And so it's not so much, but there were times in my life before hormonally transitioning where I was just like working out so much and so effortful and so like strong and capable and doing all the things, and my arm muscles were maybe half of this, like really nothing nothing. So it's just very funny to me. So I just wanted to share that fun insight. And yep, I think that's it for me.